Thomas Piketty has conveyed the concept of inequality, its drivers, and consequences with a simple story that can be well understood by millions of people, not just economists. The greatest value of his theory is, in fact, to have millions of people now studying and discussing inequality. His work has received many criticisms, mostly regarding how he interprets the numbers and question the accuracy and obsolescence of the data he uses, saying it is not relevant to current economic structures. Who knows? Maybe Piketty did not intend to create a perfect theory, and his primary goal was to raise awareness at large scale, pressuring the authorities to react. The question is, his theory well sustained by solid ideas and accurate projections? Or is the world changing too fast to predict what will happen? A common human error is to look back to predict the future. Most people think evolution follows a linear timeline. They analyze what happened in the last decade and expect the same amount of change will happen in the next one. In reality, evolution is better correlated with a geometric progression. Moore's law in computing and electronics is a great example. The time between paradigm shifts in different industries and medical advances becomes shorter every time. I believe Piketty's projections based on what happened 100 years ago are not solid enough. I do not agree with Piketty on the inheritance being a key factor to the inequality gap. There are many times where the will designates multiple beneficiaries, and each one receives only a portion of the capital. In addition, life expectancy is increasing, which may reduce the remaining capital to inherit. Today, there are already different mechanisms such as property taxes and succession taxes to limit inheritance gains. There is evidence that with every innovation or paradigm shift, a new generation of wealthy people emerges. These are entrepreneurs of companies becoming leaders in their industry. Companies that either generate a fortune or a bigger corporation acquires them and makes their owners instantly rich. Now, entering the era of robots and artificial intelligence, jobs and productivity will dramatically change. Soon we will have workplaces where robots and humans will be colleagues. It will be common to see robots reporting to humans and humans reporting robots. Our next boss might be an algorithm, as it is happening now to an extent to Uber drivers. Many questions arise in this scenario. Will robots contribute to Social Security? If yes, who will receive the pension they generate? Will robots employ other robots? Will they receive a salary? If yes, could they become rich? Will they be more fair than humans? Will artificial intelligence become the government one day? Depending on how this evolves, Piketty's key premises would not be valid anymore. In a world of autonomous cars, passengers will be safer, less stressed, with more personal time, will be more productive and save money in commuting. Municipalities will save billions of dollars tackling congestion and fixing damages from accidents. For industries and businesses, this automotive disruption will bring up several positive and negative externalities. Some businesses will be more affected than others, but overall the future is very positive. With an estimation of $6.7 trillion added to the global economy, those businesses with the vision and flexibility to adapt will survive and even grow. The obsolete will disappear, but new businesses will arise to serve new demands. The capacity of autonomous vehicles to reduce traffic congestion will create positive externalities. A cost savings for drivers. In 2017, traffic congestion costed North American drivers more than $305 billion between direct and indirect costs. B. Cost savings for cities. Municipalities will benefit with cost savings from reduced spending on infrastructures to alleviate congestion. For example, the UK government is rolling out a £1.1 billion investment program to tackle congestion and additional £220 million to improve road safety. C. Increase in well-being and productivity. Roads with less traffic congestion allow shorter trips and daily commutes, freeing up more time to people for relaxing, socializing, or to being more productive. It also reduces the frustration and stress originated from driving in congested traffic, improving people's mood and well-being. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 94% of fatal crashes are caused by human errors. The same source registered 1.25 million fatal accidents in the U.S. from 1986 to 2016, the equivalent of the population of Dallas, Texas. The World Bank estimates over 1.3 million fatal accidents each year worldwide. If we conservatively estimate only 5% of these accidents will be avoided thanks to autonomous vehicles, 585,000 lives can be saved. On the other side, a negative spillover effect goes to hospitals and mortuaries as accidents and fatalities will be significantly reduced. For example, 2.1 million people in the US were injured from a crash accident in 2016. If we estimate an average hospital cost of $2,000 per injured person, hospitals could lose $4.2 billion of business. Another negative externality to hospitals and patients is a smaller bank of donated organs for transplants tied to a reduction of fatal accidents. Governments and relevant authorities should optimize positive externalities, mitigate negative ones, and prevent market failure by incentivizing a quicker adoption of autonomous cars via rebates, tax benefits and/or other economic measures. Otherwise, autonomous vehicles, originators of numerous positive externalities, would be underconsumed relatively to their equilibrium level. Demographic growth, higher life expectancy, and the rapid growth of China and India will challenge the capacity of food production with our current methods. Climate change. Rising greenhouse gas emissions are causing climate change and driving a complex mix of unpredictable changes to the environment while further taxing the resilience of natural and built systems. Resource stress. The combined pressures of population growth, economic growth and climate change will place increased stress on essential natural resources including water, food, arable land and energy. These issues will place sustainable resource management in the center of government agendas. By 2050, world's population will reach 9.1 billion, and 80% is calculated will live in urban centers. To be able to feed everyone, current food production will need to double. One of the solutions to increase food production is vertical farming. Agricultural land will be limited, but piling up layers of land vertically will multiply production. For example, more than 50,000 people can eat for an entire year from one vertical farm of 30 stories. This controlled environment allows to avoid insecticides and herbicides, and vegetables will carry less bacteria, enabling a longer shelf life and less food waste. Vertical farming can be placed closer to the urban areas, allowing to reduce CO2 emissions from transport and also to remove middle layers that affect the price of food, making it more affordable. Warming will be felt differently around the world. For Africa, where populations are growing faster than anywhere else, they will mean increasingly large areas plagued by drought, where people will not be able to find water or grow food locally. In Northern Europe, there will be warmer winters, but also more rain and stronger storms. Agricultural lands could become too wet to farm and sea level will continue to rise, reducing farmable land. Future climate change will negatively affect crop production region to region and will increase the risk of food insecurity. For example, average crop yield is expected to drop down to 50% in Pakistan. Indoor farming with artificial light and aquaponic systems can be the solution as they require 90% less water, and being indoor, the temperature can be controlled and crops will be safe from droughts and other weather disasters. Better for the environment. No CO2 emissions from transportation. No pesticides that pollutes water. Home farming stimulates earth appreciation. Increasing awareness on food quality and security. Non-GMO. Chemical-free. Fresh produce, better taste. No preservatives or ripening agents. The Global Economic Environment course helped me understand the different forces of the global economy. Increased my awareness on what is going on today in the world. Gave me guidance on the future economic trends. Taught me to investigate for reputable sources of information and how to refer to them to support my writing and debating. Provided me a new way of thinking. Thank you.